Congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles, winning Super Bowl 52 by the score of 41-33. They did a great job. Nick Foles, top notch. The Eagles won 2 close calls that were scoring calls, the no catch rule calls, which could have been overturned, both of them. The one in the back of the end zone where he's bobbling it and had 1 foot out, I think that should have been a no TD. But the other one where he took 3 steps, became a runner, and then fumbled the ball in the end zone and re-caught the ball. That one there should have stand. So either way, Philadelphia won by 8, and having the 7 points even reduced, they still would have won the game by 1. Philadelphia Eagles fans pretty much lit their city on fire on a lot of videos afterwards. I even saw one where a guy wearing a dog mask renamed Brady Street to Foles Street. So that's pretty crazy. But I must give hats off to Doug Peterson. What a great coaching job he did, especially taking over Chip Kelly mess there in Philadelphia after Chip Kelly pretty much gave away all the talent there and did a miserable job as a coach in Philadelphia, and he just basically came in and went 7-9 last year. No one thought he'd be, going to the Super Bowl this year, and how well Wentz played, and Foles, the backup as well. I expect Foles to get a pretty big, quarterback contract. I'd probably say, if I took a guess, if I was a gambling man, and I am a gambling man, I'd say probably somewhere in the AFC, like the Jets or the Browns, even the Broncos, maybe there. But I definitely say an AFC team the Bulls will go to, but we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Did you know, Doug Peterson, beat the Patriots not only as a player, but also as a coach, and Super Bowl 52. He was a player. He's a backup quarterback in Green Bay in Super Bowl 31 behind Brett Favre. He won that in 1997. It was 35-21. They beat the Patriots. So I thought that was a cool stat. I don't know if they said that in the pregame or not. I didn't see it, but that's a stat I found on my own, so I thought that was pretty remarkable. Let's go on a betting perspective here on this game. I gave you 4 main picks. I gave you Philly won the first half straight up. If you took the points, I think they offered 2 points, but I liked it straight up. I won that one. I won the Philadelphia, the full game, 4.5. And I won the over 47.5. I skyrocketed over. The total went 74. Jeez. And then the one I lost, I went 3-1. I lost. I said New England on the money line, which I thought, Brady, as he does a trillion times, comes back and wins it by, he would have won it by what? Eagles were ahead by 5, and then they had 2 minutes left, 2-something in a game, and then if they would have scored a touchdown, they would have been ahead by 2 points. So that's what I thought was happening. But that awesome strip sack, the strip sack fumble by Brandon Graham, was recovered by Derek Barnett. Barnett, I think, made the recovery. Awesome job. And then they still had like under a minute left to go down the field after Philadelphia kicked the field goal. Didn't quite make it. That long bomb. It was pretty breathtaking, if they would have got that. But it was an awesome game. That's all I gotta say. That's all I wanted. Was a good game. And on the 3 prop bets I gave you, I said the no skill prop bets I bet. I went coin toss heads, and I won that one. Pink national anthem under 2 minutes. I won that one. And the Pink national anthem, you go by what type of singer that is. A Pink, straight beat, not Whitney Houston singing I love you, but those long notes. Pink, you don't say the long notes usually. So the under 2 was a good obvious choice. The Gatorade, I picked orange, and it was the yellowish green one. So on that note, my final statistics, I went 5-2 overall. Out of the 7 picks I gave you, 76, 64, and 4, and bring me back up to that 54% for the year. with giving you 12 squared number of picks this year, 144 picks this year. And, you know, not my greatest year. 54% still over. Anybody would say anybody over 500 is a good, decent gambler, so you come out ahead. But not my greatest year, but I'll take the 54. Let's see. Let's talk about the game just a little bit more. I don't want to ramble on too much, but the commercials. My favorite commercial was the Ram trucks. The Vikings one. I called it the Vikings commercial because it had the Vikings in it singing the Queen. So we will rock you. So I thought that was an awesome commercial. And they even have a longer 2-minute one on YouTube. You can check that out. I thought that was a great commercial. And the only other commercial, just thinking off the top of my head, was that Dirty Dancing skit commercial with Eli Manning as Patrick Swayze and Odell Beckham Jr. as Jennifer Grey. Oh my God! And you know what? You know, being a kind of a visual kind of guy, you know, camera work, slicing and dicing. No matter how much slicing and dicing you did on that commercial, Eli Manning cannot dance. I don't care. You can look at it left and right. He just cannot dance at all. You know, my goodness. Odell Beckham, you know, he did great in that commercial, but I just saw how bad Eli was, so you know, he should be ashamed for doing that. Also, with the commercials, they had $5 million for a 30 seconds spot. That's just crazy. And they went over 500 million overall total for all the commercial ads they did throughout the Super Bowl. That's just, whew, that's a lot of money. That's $500 million. Let's see, during the halftime, this is like the third appearance of Justin Timberlake halftime. You know, he did the NSYNC back in 2001 and the Janet Jackson nipple slip one back in 2004. But this is the first time he went alone in 2018. You know, his latest song, that one he opened up with, is not a great song. I don't even like that song. Justin Timberlake, I think he has a great voice. He does some good work. But as a singer, I'm not a big fan. I mean, I don't know. I like his acting. I like his comedy skits. I like some of the stuff he does on YouTube. That's hilarious. But, you know, as a singer, outright buying his album and his music. But that's my opinion. That's not, you know, you might think he's the greatest singer in the world, but not for me. Let's see. The halftime props were for the halftime show where NSYNC would show up. And that was a big no at minus 300. We do a Prince cover song, and that was yes at minus 140. And a hat, do you wear a hat? And there's no, and that came out even money. And the color of his shoes, which were white, that is negative 120 bet. So the props for betting on Justin Timberlake were there. Some of the scoring props with the odd even total with the points landed on even at minus 105. Team totals were for the half. New England was under 13 and a half. So that missed field goal pretty much hurt them. But if you bet the under 13 and a half, you got that at plus 110. The Philadelphia was the over. Went over 10 and a half at minus 125. The full game, obviously, New England, like I said at the beginning of my Super Bowl video, 27-21, they thought the score would be. So New England, both teams went over. New England went over 27 at minus 135, and Philadelphia went over 21 at minus 130. So if you bet all the overs, you would have lost one just because that Patriots missed that field goal. Who would score first? Philadelphia got that one at plus 115. Team scores. Who scores the first would win the game. It is a yes because Philadelphia scored the field goal first and did win the game. So they get that at minus 180. The last team to score was the Eagles. They got it at plus 110 as well. Some of the MVP, Nick Foles. I saw this one site. Let me tell you this real quick. Like I said, I don't like rambling too much. Nick Foles, they got the MVP. They said if anybody other than Nick Foles wins, you win $50. But you have to bet $160 to win $50. So, you know, it was like, I know like, someone that actually bet that, and Nick Foles did get it. So, that sports book, they probably raked in a ton of money. Oh my goodness, I don't know if it's rigged or what. I couldn't believe that bet. I said that's an easy $50, but you figure if Nick Foles get it, the house is banking. I couldn't, but that was nuts. See, some of the other prop bets, Bill Belichick's shirt, which was blue, is -150, and sacks under and over a 4.5, that went under. I think the only sack was the strip sack fumble on Brady. The Gatorade, like I said, was at the lemon lime yellow at was +225, and most bet on yardage or passing or anything of that nature. If you got the over on all those, you pretty much banked out. Most receivers, running backs, and the quarterbacks got the overs. I know there's a couple of them that missed it by very small margins, but majority got the overs. Like Foles got 373 yards, and that's another thing with the Foles with 373 yards, and Belichick, you know, sat Malcolm Butler. You know, he was healthy. He just sat him. He thought it would help them to win if they sat him. So that could have been a huge factor of stopping Foles, but we never know. But anyways, Brady got the 505 yards, 3 TDs. I think one of the prop bets were through the first interception, and that was Foles. I know that Brady broke the record last year at 442 yards against Atlanta. Well, he re-broke his own record at 505. So that about wraps that up. The only thing in the post-game show was a drunk Kevin Hart swearing on NFL Network, and they just hurried up and got him off quick, which I thought was funny. You can check that out on YouTube as well. That's hilarious, Kevin Hart. But I had another great year, still over 500, and hopefully I'll do some better homework next year, more graphic visuals, and I'm gonna put some of the stuff I use on my channel and my other channel, what I do with visuals as well. So check that out. If you think or want anything during the off season that you can think of, I usually throw a bunch of random stuff on there. If I think it's video worthy or anything graphics I'm testing with. So I'll just throw that on. But stay tuned. I'll be back next year. I'll be doing the same great stuff I do every year. And I want to thank all the people who watch my videos, and thank everybody who signed up to Bovada for me. That helped me out as well. And even watching the videos helped me out as well. So again, congratulations to Philadelphia Eagles. You did a great job. And I will see you next year. Peace.